Hello, discrete math fans. Let's talk about how to compute a transitive closure. And let's start by making a relation. So this is going to be a relation on the set A, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these particular ordered pairs are going to be in the relation. And I'd like to compute the transitive closure of this relation. And let's show a picture to illustrate why this relation is not transitive. Okay, so why is this not transitive? Well, 1 is related to 2, 2 is related to 3, but we don't have an arrow going directly from 1 to 3. So we're going to have to start adding some arrows to this. As I mentioned, 1 is related to 2, 2 is related to 3, so we have to add an arrow from 1 to 3. Also, 2 is related to 3, 3 is related to 4, so we have to add an arrow from 2 to 4. 6 is related to 5, 5 is related to 4, so we have to add an arrow from 6 to 4. And one more, this one's a little tricky. 6 is related to 5, and 5 is related to 6, so we have to add an arrow from 6 to itself. In the definition of transitivity, it talks about 3 elements of the set. It never says anything about those 3 elements having to be all different. All right, so let's update the picture, and the new arrows that we're adding will be in red. So these are the ones that we added that we talked about before. However, we're not quite done. Even though we've gone through and added some arrows, this relation is still not transitive. Why not? Well, we added 1, 3 to the relation, and so at this point we have both 1, 3 and 3, 4 in the relation. So that means we have to add one more arrow, an arrow going from 1 to 4. So what happened here was there was a bit of a cascading effect. From the very original relation, there was no reason to have to add an arrow from 1 to 4, but by adding some arrows, it cascaded the effect, and now we have to add yet another arrow. Okay, so we'll add an arrow from 1 to 4 and update the picture. One last thing, we get this picture, and you should go ahead and check. This is a transitive relation, and we don't want to add anything more. So this is the transitive closure of the original relation. Okay, that's all for now.